Hey guys, Joel Frank here, market analyst for YouTrading, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to identify and potentially trade one of the favorite technical patterns that I look out for. Now, it is a pennant structure. You often see these forming in markets, and they often lead to pretty good breakouts, which normally follow through and hit the various sort of bullish or bearish targets that you mark up on the chart. So, I mean, let's just jump straight into a chart here because we had a good recent example, which I did flag up actually. If you go back to, I think it was probably one of the trade idea videos I did last week. I flagged that gold was forming a pennant, and then we saw a pretty nice bullish breakout of the pennant. So this is what a pennant is pretty much. It's pretty much where the price goes up and down, and then it starts getting squeezed over a period of time into a more and more narrow range. We had a little teasing moment where there was like a false breakout at the bottom of the pennant, but then we had a reversal and we ended up breaking to the upside. Now, with these pennants, the main short-term target that you're looking to hit on if you're an intraday, sorry, or swing trader, would be when you have the break, you then get back to the pennant high or the pennant low point. So the pennant high point in this case was around or just above 2000, and we actually hit that really, really quickly. Let's just switch to the 4-hour candlesticks. Yeah, you can see we actually probably hit that like almost immediately upon that breakout, which I think at the time was actually triggered by probably weak. It was probably the weak jobs report in the US. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the fundamentals. We're just here to talk about a pennant. And yeah, this is pretty much how they can go down. If you can get a situation where you get a breakout, you get a pullback on an intraday basis, or on a longer term basis, and then you get the confirmation and then the push higher. That's ideal. That's usually what I like to look out for. You didn't actually get that in this case, which means that had I been trading this, which I wasn't at the time, it's actually not my trading style intraday, um, normally anyway. But I probably wouldn't have gone for this because we didn't see that breakout, retest, and then push higher. Or at least not on the candlesticks that I like to look at, which is basically the 1 day. I like to I think there's too much noise on the smaller candlesticks, for me anyway. Stresses me out trying to trade those little tiny candlesticks. But let's look at another example of a pennant that's currently forming. Now, it's Bitcoin, which has actually been correlated fairly well with gold recently, in wake of well, you can see here on the chart, we had the big bounce from the 200-day moving average and from below 20,000 around or sort of early, sort of mid-March. The big bounce on the concerns about a bank crisis as markets pulled back on their Fed tightening bets, now starting to bet that there's going to be a rate cutting cycle later this year. So an easing of financial conditions, the dollar falling, yields falling, all of the same things that boosting gold, boosting Bitcoin basically. And you can see in the last couple of weeks, it's formed, the price is getting squeezed, and squeezed. You can see I've already got some arrows marked up for another piece of analysis I did. But pretty much what I'd be looking out for is when you get this breakout, the first level you want to test is, like I said before, the pennant low or the pennant high, which in this case is around 26,500 and 29,400. And then if you can get some follow through, you can potentially hit another target, which to the bullish side would be this high here. So you got this range that you had back in sort of that May 2022 time, the range of 28,000 to 32,300. So I'd be looking for this potentially to go boom to the top of that range, or back to this key area of support turned resistance, and then looking for that to potentially turn support again in 25,000, sort of 25,000 to 25,500 sort of area. That's actually in line with where the 50-day moving average is right now. Would be pretty good area of support, I think. But this is certainly a trade idea that I'm monitoring at the moment. Like for me, to be honest, the thing I'd really like to see is this pullback to the 25,500 area, because that could potentially offer an opportunity to add some cheap longs, because I'm quite bullish on Bitcoin. I think the new bull market is here. But anyway, that's another video. Maybe we'll go through that bullish thesis in another video in more detail. So yeah, guys, hope you found this video informative, and I will see you all in the next one.